Being reunited seemed to be the best thing to happen to Marcus and Jasmine. It was all happening so fast, but they were enjoying getting to know the more mature versions of one another and falling in love again. Jasmine was slow to fall. She moved with caution, worrying if Marcus had the right intentions. She'd dated other guys in college and even had one relationship that lasted for years. Although Kendrick was everything a girl could dream of, Jasmine's heart seemed to still be tied to her high school sweetheart, Marcus. She always wondered how he was doing and would secretly check his social media accounts to keep up with him, hoping deep down, he missed her too. She'd seen Marcus go through a few relationships, but in the back of Jasmine's mind, she knew that she and Marcus were meant to be. She believed none of the women she'd seen Marcus date were a good fit for him because she knew she was the missing piece. She could admit that he'd been with some beautiful women, but none of them could compare to her. A few months passed, and Marcus and Jasmine had become inseparable. Jasmine had practically moved into Marcus' condo. She loved being under him, and her excuse was that he lived closer to her office than she did. One Saturday, while they were on Marcus' side of town having lunch, a young woman approached their table. Jasmine immediately recognized the woman from stalking Marcus' Facebook page. Life had one more curveball in store for them. Marcus's old fling, Tiffany, resurfaced, her eyes gleaming with the hope of rekindling what they once had. She was persistent, her beauty and charm a potent reminder of a time when life was simpler. Marcus felt the pull, the nostalgia of their shared past whispering seductively in his ear. Yet, every time he looked at Jasmine, the woman who had become his muse, his resolve grew stronger. Despite the temptation, he knew that his heart was and always had been with Jasmine. He faced Tiffany with a gentle but firm tone, explaining that his love for Jasmine was unshakable. Her eyes filled with a mix of anger and disappointment, but Marcus remained steadfast. He knew that walking away from temptation was the only way to honor the love that had been growing between him and Jasmine for over 3 decades. Jasmine noticed the tension and stepped in, her voice firm and unyielding as she told Tiffany that Marcus was hers, and she was not to be trifled with. The old fling retreated, her dreams of recapturing Marcus's heart shattered by the unbreakable bond that had formed between the couple. The 6 months of dating that had led to this moment had been nothing short of magical. Marcus had wooed Jasmine with a mix of old-fashioned charm and modern flair, surprising her with thoughtful gestures that spoke to her soul. He had taken her to her favorite childhood spots, bringing back memories that had long since faded, and introduced her to new experiences that broadened her horizons. He had met with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, to ask for their blessing in marriage, a gesture that had touched their hearts deeply. Marcus had come prepared, sharing his plans for the future and his unwavering commitment to their daughter.